What's up guys, I'm Noob Genesis and today I'm bringing you something new. I want to try a new series. One of my favorite YouTubers for League of Legends, in fact the only YouTuber I watch for League of Legends, is named Trick2G. And one of the things he does that I really like is he does these gameplays where he runs over everything he did and he explains why and tries to teach you how to be a better player from that. And that's kind of what I want to try. So I'm probably going to call this something like Learning Live with Genesis or some shit. But anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to build a class. Now, I have been on in the past 10 games, I've gotten about 6 fucking Relentlesses, so I'm getting a little edgy and I want to get me a fucking nuke. And I've been using this gun mostly. And we're going to explain, you can choose whatever gun you want, but I'm going to be building this class and I'll explain what I'm doing with each of the parts. Then after that, I'll cut to a gameplay and I'll live comm over the top of that. But anyway, first things first, I'm using the Scar H. First thing you need to know is this gun is 3-shot kill at any range. It is unique in the fact that it's the only one that does that. And for that reason, I am going to be putting a suppressor on it because the suppressor has literally no effect. It gets rid of the flash and also no negative effect. It gets rid of the flash and it also keeps you off the radar. So it's a brilliant attachment for it. I'm also going to be using Quick Draw because it is an assault rifle and those SMGs are gonna hurt. So if I want to win a gunfight up close, I'm going to need to aim down sight quick because I need my shots on target because it's a slow firing weapon, and remember that, people. Next up, I'm going to be chucking on Primary Gunfighter because I can't go without stock on almost any of the assault rifles. I think they're way too slow and I want to be able to dodge bullets and I want to be able to line up collaterals. Hopefully you'll get to see what I mean. Sorry about that. Next things first is perks. This game is fucking ridiculous, so I'm going to be putting Flak Jacket on because I honestly think you have no fucking choice, which is stupid. The amount of C4 that gets thrown around is ridiculous. And then there's Toughness, which is also the exact same thing. If you don't have Toughness and they do, and it's not a close range fight, you are going to lose because you're going to flinch and you just fucked. Toughness is too powerful in this game. I think it needs to be nerfed a little bit so people have better choices, so they can choose other things, but what you're going to do? Next up, I'm going to be using only one of these. That's right, I'm going to be using 2 perks for some of the other slots, but I'm only going to be using Tactical Mask. I know a lot of you are like, wait a minute, Tactical Mask, why wouldn't you choose Dexterity? No, you don't want to use Dexterity. And this is why I'm doing this with a red gun as opposed to a sniper rifle, because you can learn just as much from red gunning as you can from a sniper rifle. And what I mean by this is, I've been saying over and over and over, you should not be sprinting. You should not be sprinting when you snipe, because it takes longer to aim down sight. The same goes for red guns, and people put on Dexterity and say, oh, it's alright now. No, it's not alright, because you are still going to be aiming slower than if you weren't sprinting in the first place. So you should chuck on Tac Mask so it teaches you and you get forced into the habit of not sprinting as much. Most importantly when you're going around corners, and that's even more important when you're sniping. So for that, I'm only going to be using Tac Mask because I hate fucking shock charges, and I don't like stun grenades, even though stuns are rare. Next up, I did say that I'm going to be using 2 perks in these slots. So which one is it? It is going to be... Surprise, surprise, it's actually not going to be Scavenger. I don't use Scavenger. I pick up other weapons. And this is going to be my class. The reason I'm putting on Hardline is pretty simple. I am not going to be using Lethal Kill Streaks. I don't think they help you get better at the game. I think Lethals do. And I think they're also more entertaining to play and to watch, because if you're not getting into gunfights, why are you playing Call of Duty? I don't understand that logic of using swarms and stuff and letting them do all the work for you. That's boring as shit to me. But yeah, that is going to be my class, guys. A few things to note. Why am I using the Scar? I like the Scar. I don't know if I said it. I did say that it has the 3-shot kill potential at any range. Another important thing, I'm pretty sure this gun has LMG wall penetration, and I will be trying to go for wall bangs a lot because it is a great gun for that. But just keep that in mind. Even if it doesn't have wall bang penetration like an LMG, it is still very powerful through the walls, so definitely shoot people through walls. And I'm not going to be using Scavenger because I like to pick up weapons. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to use fast hands because I think I want to be able to get my UAVs and counters and VSATs more than I want to use fast hands. But anyway, that pretty much sums up what I'm going to be doing for this. Secondly, I'm going to learn to look at score streaks. Score streaks, you've got UAV, counter UAV, and orbital VSAT. Since we're using suppressor, you can substitute that counter UAV for something else. However, that means, preferably, I'd say something like a Guardian or a Sentry gun, but I prefer the Guardian personally. If you're really confident, you can go with the EMP system, and of course, if you feel like being a douche, or if you just don't like using non-lethals like a team player, then you could just use any other crap you want. Personally, I'm going to stick to the counter UAV, because if they get that stupid ass fucking counter UAV, sorry, not counter UAV, UAVs when they're using Ghost themselves, I think it's a pain in the fucking ass. Plus, I find counter UAV is very disorientating. If someone chucks a counter up, you don't know where your teammates are. Good players will always be looking for their teammates and seeing when their teammates' arrows disappear off the map. That is going to be hugely it's just going to put them off a lot. That's why I think counter UAV is probably the most... A lot of people say orbital VSAT's the best. I think counter UAV is the best thing in the game, as according to score streaks. So anyway, I've been going on for 5 minutes now, but that is going to be my class. I'm probably going to do this every single time when I do these videos, because I think it's very important when I build these classes that you know why, because I play towards what my class does. There is no point in you chucking on any random thing and then just running into a match and seeing how you go. That is pointless. It doesn't make any sense. You should build your class to how you plan on playing. And in saying that, it is a little difficult considering I'm going to be using one class, but oh well, shit happens. So anyway, I'm going to cut the video just here until I find a game, and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, I am back, and I didn't really explain why I was going to be cutting to the video. It is currently 5 to 5 in the morning, so in Australia where there's no fucking games at peak hour, it's really hard to find a game right now. So I'm just going to go into my theater mode and I'm going to show you a game that I recently played. I haven't really decided which one yet, but we'll see. I didn't mind this one. We did lose, but it was still a good game. Pretty much most of these, except for I don't think I got Relentless in those two, but the rest of them I just about did. This one I choked a nuke. Like I said, I got 6 Relentlesses in the past 10 games around about, and I ended up losing 2 of them, 2 shotguns, 2 of them to LMGs, and then somehow, and I'm embarrassed about this, I somehow choked and lost at close range to Peacekeepers for the other 2. Possibly the same guy. I know I did on D2 at least once, but I don't know. So you know what, fuck it, we'll just play this one. I like some of the plays in this one. This was the last game I played. It was on Rush, Domination. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting back and forth. I'm sorry, not cutting back and forth. I'm going to be stopping and rewinding and all that crap to show you some of the plays that I made and why I made those decisions. Because that's really what it's all about. Once you learn how to make the decisions for yourself, because you've seen someone else do it, you get better. It's easy to tell someone to do a trick or a tip, but seeing it in play itself is a lot better. Now you can see right here I'm using my knife at the moment. The reason I'm using my knife, you run faster in Black Ops, most people know that. Now this was foolish. I shouldn't have pushed that far in. I probably should have posted up a little bit more. And that was kind of my bad, although I wasn't expecting a shotgun there. Now this one, I think I die here again. I tried to push this. I got on the head glitch. Oh, no, no. Ah, here we go. Perfect example of the wall penetration. Look at that. Fucking raped. If you have the bullets, use them. Don't hesitate. There are plenty on the ground. You can get a new gun. It doesn't matter. Especially you got scavenger, fucking spray. Now just there, I killed a guy and I got sprayed at by an LMG. There's another guy on that head glitch. I did die to that one because I couldn't get away fast enough. This guy plays like a bitch and he did all game. That was just a lucky kill just there. But anyway, in this game, guys, it doesn't matter what fucking gun you have. Unless you have an LMG, don't challenge an LMG on a head glitch. It is the stupidest thing you can do, let alone that guy who had a target finder, as I recall. But anyway, back onto this. Now you can see I'm on this head glitch. This is a pretty simple head glitch, but my aim is poor. So I'm going to go around. I know this guy's coming. Bam, he's dead. Up close, this gun has a slow fire rate, but it does a lot of damage, guys. A lot of damage. So winning medium range and close range fights is possible. You will lose out to SMGs, but overall it's pretty good. Now just there I tried jump shotting and jump shotting and jump shotting because I figured he was the noob. He wasn't going to spot me. He was an idiot. And to some extent that was true, but he did spot me, and I don't know why I didn't spot him earlier, but that's a habit I've got, by the way, guys. I did hit my analog stick at that point. I don't know why the fuck I got hurt. But anyway, I flanked around, because that's what you should always do. You should always be flanking, and then obviously I got behind them and killed the 2 of them. Now there's a guy behind me. Why didn't I turn straight away? I want to get around that corner because I didn't know exactly where he was. I saw the dot for a second. I knew I was being shot at, but I wanted to leg it out of then reposition. You should always try and do that. If you were being shot at, don't just instantly turn around. If you know there's cover right near you, run to the cover and hide for a second, regain your composure. And then my teammate just went spastic on me. Do I die here? Nope, I got my VSAT. I thought that was the LMG guy again, but apparently not. Now, I had the dot sight there, so it was a little easier to go at the medium range. If I had my SCAR out at the time, I would not have challenged that fight, because one of the things you got to learn with the SCAR H, guys, is that it has horrible accuracy. And what I mean by that is you can be pretty good with it. Like, I think I still got like a 21% accuracy, probably higher even. But when it comes to pinpoint accuracy, if you know the game a lot, you know the M8 is the top gun other than sniper rifles for pinpoint accuracy. Where your dot sight is exactly where it's going to fucking nail them. This gun is the complete opposite and arguably the worst one in that case. Possibly the MK48, but I think this is probably even worse. And as you can see, I'm scavenging guns. I ran out of bullets. I'm on a bit of a streak at this point. I'm almost on 15. And then I find a better gun. Fuck the Type 25. It's a 4-shot kill at close range. It may be a fast-firing one. It may have low recoil, but it's not good enough. It's not fucking good enough. Like, or at least not as good as an MSMC. Nothing tops an MSMC. I'm already aiming down sight. I've got my V set up. This is why I'm not using tactical. I'm not using dexterity. I am aiming down sight before I go around the corner. I have no need for my dexterity. I keep calling it tactical mask. It is completely pointless. Now, just here, I didn't use my VSAT. Why? Did you see why? I didn't go around that corner. I did go around the corner. I spotted the guy, and I'm like, oh shit, he's there. I should not call him my VSAT, because if he comes around the corner and pushes onto me, I'm screwed. Now, here's an interesting little situation here. I am pretty much screwed, and I am going to win this. I'm not even kidding. So what I do, there's two of them shooting at me from the left. I go lay down behind cover. Now, look at this. I lay down again. He's got an LMG. I'm going to let him come to me. He is the post-up gun of the century. He's going to come to me, and he's going to lose the gunfight. 3v1 from different directions, I still win because I played it smart. That's what it's all about. It's not about being the better skill-wise, accuracy-wise, or whatnot. It's about making the judgment call and beating them from just outwitting them. That's what it's mostly about. Now, that was a dangerous play just there. I don't think this gun that I'm using right now has stock, as it was one that I picked up. But it did have a dot sight, so I was feeling a little confident that I could get him in between that little gap, and he might not be able to. Unfortunately, I got picked off there. I lost concentration. That was my fault. As much as you might not think it was my fault, but that was a dangerous spot to be in. I wasn't very self-aware, and I should have been cautious of that. I got too comfortable being around my teammates. And guys, I know being around your teammates can be helpful, or in some cases be horrible, but I wasn't careful enough and it made me too relaxed. Just there, I killed the Claymore. Guys, make sure to kill those Claymores if you got the time. Like, I've got the V set up, I can see no enemy was near me, so I picked up that Claymore because it was an extra 50 points towards my score streak, which is a very good thing. I mean, 50 points may not seem like much, but it's half a kill. Half a kill is a big deal. I mean, especially considering we're using hardline, so that's an extra, what is it, like 25% or something? That's an extra amount, not necessarily towards it. I think actually, I don't know if that works properly, because I don't know if hardline... You know what, you're going to have to tell me that, guys. I don't know whether hardline helps you get extra points towards it, or if the score streaks are cheaper. I think they might be cheaper, so that would have helped if I did take out the Claymore. Plus, it's going to stop a teammate from getting killed, or me if I'm in a difficult situation and I need to run back that way. Again, this is theater lobby, so there's no kill cam, but what you going to do? Domination. So anyway, I lost my my nuke streak, and you saw how fast that was. That was a pretty fast relentless, so... Potentially, if I had in my head at that point, I'm like, okay, if I go for this, if I get this nuke, I am probably going to kill myself and go for the double. I mean, I'm not the best in the world, but why the fuck not? I might be able to get a double. I mean, it was a very fast nuke, and if you want to go for gameplays, you should think about stuff like that. That was risky. I jumped, because remember before there was the Claymore. I thought there was going to be a Claymore. Jumping doesn't exactly save you from Claymores, but I was hopeful. So that was lucky just then, and I think this guy is going to be trying to shoot down my UAVs and shit a lot. There we go. I almost drop shot, but I got prone block, so I was lucky there. I did not see him. I was playing a little too aggressive considering I don't have a UAV up or anything. If you don't have a UAV up, don't camp, but play more passively. That's the easiest way to look at it. Let's look at this. These people are all over the joint. I don't know where the fuck they are. Like, I'm pretty clueless. That guy had bad aim, plus I drop shot. And if you don't know, guys, I play on tactical, and soon enough you'll see me do a jump shot out of just nowhere, and it allows me to get a kill and survive. I play claw as well as tactical, and claw is not a button layout if you're curious. Tactical buttons allow me to, instead of knife with my right analog stick, because that's fucking useless in this game, I crouch and lay down instead, depending on whether I'm pushing or holding the button. So that's a very good thing to use, and if you're willing to, I suggest learning it. Claw, on the other hand, is how you hold your hand. I hold my hand so my pointing finger is over the X of my controller and on the triangle and all that stuff. So that's why I push triangle a lot, or Y, depending on what console you're on. But that's how I hold it. I use my rude finger to pull the trigger and shoot people. Here I go for the wallbang. Bam! Look at that. This gun is beautiful for wallbangs. Don't be stingy with your bullets. You're playing, this is 6v6. This hasn't got many people. Now, this is an interesting situation. Hang on, I'm going to go back to that. So where is it? We're coming up. I go here, kill this guy. Now watch what I do. Watch the way I sidestep and see exactly the lineup of these people. And this works in sniping too. Look, 1, 2, there's 4 people lined up. I didn't realize there was that many. I thought there was 3. Did you see what I was doing though? Let's look at it one more time and I'll explain better. Alright, so we kill this guy again through the wall. Now, I saw multiple, and this is a very narrow gap, so I lined them up for the collaterals. This gun is a very powerful gun. A single bullet is a huge amount of damage on these people. If I can use one bullet to hit 2 or 3 of them, I'm going to be able to take out the group. You cannot win a gunfight 4v1 if you, like, head-to-head 4v1 unless you get collateral bullets. Now, I have that stock on like I showed you because I can strafe and put myself in better positioning. Positioning is very useful, and just there, I kept spraying, I kept going for the wallbang. I even tried hip firing there, why not? I mean, I don't know if, like, I would have been more, not convicted, yeah, convicted. I would have been more sticking to it and, like, trying to shoot that guy a bit more. Had I have known whether that wall was penetrable or not, I didn't know exactly. So I'm going for the wallbangs here. Bang, he's dead. See, now I'm about to make an arguable mistake. It was a good call and a mistake at the same time. You're about to see it shortly. So I go around, I think I kill this guy around the corner who's trying to shoot things out. Like, I'm shooting the Guardian, and you're about to see I do take out that Guardian by shooting it. That was probably a bad call on my part. I'm not exactly close to streaks, and that chewed through a chunk of my bullets. I'm very low on bullets. I don't have a secondary gun at this point, I'm pretty sure. At least I don't think I do. Now here, no, that's the one where I die. I think there's another moment coming up where I jump shot a guy. And that's another thing, guys. Like, just there I was telling you that I shouldn't have wasted my bullets because I was in a difficult situation. Like, I didn't have a secondary weapon, and then I died. Just because I died doesn't mean shit. I died because I died. I still, if I didn't die, or if in this case, or if it was you, and you didn't die, you were still going to want those bullets. So don't look at it like, oh, but you died anyway. That's not the case. It doesn't matter if I died anyway. The point is, I should have made the play because no matter what the outcome was, that was the best decision I could have made. And shooting the Guardian was probably not the best one when I was that low on ammo. But what you gonna do? So now I pick up this kill, come around here. As you can see, I am walking everywhere around corners. Look, I'm taking my time. Like now just here I know I'm safe because there's a guy up in the far left, up in the top of this area. And just there I took too long. I should have been aiming down sight a little sooner, but I didn't want my teammate to pick it up. I wanted to get it, you know, being all greedy and shiz. But I just saw the guy's gun in the bus just then. I don't know if I saw it before, but LMG OP! I bitch about LMGs all the time, and that is why. There is nothing you can fucking do against them. They're fucking broken. The only way you should ever challenge a LMG, head-to-head, you should never challenge an LMG, honestly. It is fucking pointless and stupid, and even hipfire, as you saw my gameplay, you'll probably lose. They are fucking broken. However, the only time you should engage a person with LMG is flanking them. That's why SMGs, surprisingly, are the counter towards an LMG. If you've got an LMG heavy enemies, go with a counter UAV, a UAV, or whatever you need for that stuff. They may be using ghosts because they're bitches, but a lot of the time they can't. But use extreme conditioning and lightweight with an SMG because you will be flanking them like a motherfucker. And that is probably the best counter you can do against an LMG. Unfortunately, I wanted to use this gun. I was happy with this gun. I think I actually died this thing. I don't know why I ran that way. That was stupid. And I'm pretty sure everyone's probably just laughing at this point because that was fucking stupid. But anyway, the gameplay is coming to an end, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you want to see more, leave a like and just tell me. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. I wish I didn't say that. I hate when people ask for likes. Yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of these with different guns and whatnot. And I'll probably do one with an executioner because it is important. That gun teaches you a lot. Teaches a lot. So I ended up going 50 and 12. I ended up falling off in the second half, but the first half was pretty fun. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this commentary. Hope you learned something. And as always, have fun.